Hey everyone, it's Pastor Jeff here. Thank you so much for being interested in helping us with Kids Check-In. This training will cover why we do check-in and the important steps to take in order to make sure that check-in is successful. Kids Check-In is important for two reasons. The first one is because it helps us to keep kids safe. As soon as kids walk past this check-in point, then they are part of our responsibility. It's important for us to know where they are and who they are and how to be able to contact their parents in case of an emergency. Kids Check-In accomplishes all of those things. The second thing, and just as important, is it is part of our connections process. If we don't collect people's information, then as soon as they leave the door, we lose the ability to be able to minister to them. But by having people fill out family information sheets, it gives us an opportunity to connect with people long after the Sunday service is over. So that's why we do Kids Check-In. Let's go ahead and walk through now how we do it. And then at the end, we'll discuss some troubleshooting things. The check-in iPads are stored right here in the sound booth. And what we've done is we have labeled them on the back side with Lobby 1 and Lobby 2. Also, the screen, the home screen, displays what location they're supposed to be in. To set up the check-in iPads, you simply insert the stand into the bracket and then twist 45 degrees to lock it into place. All right, this is our self-check-in station, and parents can use this one simply by punching in the last 4 digits of their phone number and hitting search, and it'll pop up the household and all of that information. In order to make sure that the iPad is connected, what we want to do is we're going to start by going into the check-in app right here. We're going to then select the printer icon, because the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that it's connected. So this one shows that it is connected to this printer. This number here is on the back of the printer as well, so that you guys can see where that number is right there. It should say connected on it. And then what we're going to do is we are going to just select this print test label button to make sure that the printer is connected to the iPad. All right, this is the manned station here. We're going to go over how to check somebody in really quick. So what you want to do is we're just going to go and type in the first 2 letters of their first name with a space, and then the first 2 letters of their last name. That will then search for the person. You'll see it comes and it automatically has a couple people selected. Typically, this is based on the last time people checked in. So we're going to select the kids that we want to check in, and then we are going to scroll to the bottom. Right here, you'll notice it says check in by, and then it has my name. If we wanted to instead switch it to Olivia or to Tiffany, or we can edit the trusted people on here. This is important because whatever name we select here is going to be the name that prints on their tag. So if mom is coming to check the kids in, but she uses dad's phone number, then we want to make sure that we select the appropriate person so that their tag is so that their phone number is on the name tag. Then we're going to go ahead and check these people in, and we got a print failed notification. Well, this is a great time to do some troubleshooting because we are getting a not connected warning on our printer. So what we want to do is if we find that it is not printing, first thing we're going to do is we're going to try and print a test label, which isn't going to work because we already see that it's not connected on here. After that, we're just simply going to turn it off and turn it back on again. So we're going to start by pulling the power cord from the back of the printer. Then we will close this app. We're going to double tap the home button, or double click the home button, and then swipe up to close the app. Then we are going to plug the printer back in, push the power button, and then we are going to open the check-ins app again. We'll select the printer icon. And sometimes this process of connecting it can take a minute or two. We're going to wait to see if it connects. As soon as it says connected, then we'll try and print a test label again. Another thing to try if it's still not connecting is to make sure that the iPad is on the appropriate Wi-Fi network. So we're going to swipe down and long press on there. We can see that it's connected to the GC private network, and that is the correct network, so it should be connecting right now. Okay, so here's what I would do if I found myself in this situation and I have 6 different people standing in front of me waiting to check in. If I have one printer that's working great, the other one is not working at all, then I would just switch the printer that is working to a manned station. So let me show you guys how to do that. All right, I am back over here at the self-check-in station now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this to a manned station so that at least I can continue checking people in even if the other iPad isn't working. So what I would do is I would just tap the little gear here at the bottom, enter the station key code, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I would go down here to, right up here at the top, I would select manned instead of self and hit save. And now it functions as a manned check-in station. All right, here's how to add somebody to the system. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to have them fill out a family info sheet. There's a clipboard with these sheets right under the counter. And this has all of the information that we need to collect from the families. Again, this is important because this gives us the opportunity to minister to somebody after Sunday morning. So we want to get their parent information and then their child's information. Once they have started writing, one of the things that I like to do is just kind of look over their shoulder, and I'll just start typing in the same things that they're writing on their page. Gives me a little extra, an extra leg up as they're entering stuff. Okay, so we'll start by searching for them, even though we know that they're new. Maybe they attended 4 years ago and they're already in the system, gives us a little shortcut. Assuming that they're not, we're going to create a new household. We're going to start fresh here. Okay, so we're going to add the dad, right? Johnny Test. He is an adult male. We don't really need his birthday right now. What we do need is his email, his phone number, and that is it for the adult. So we're going to do name, phone number, email. If you want to put in their address later, you can, but name, phone number, and email is sufficient for right now. Then we're going to go to add, and we're going to add the wife's name. So the wife's name is Jane Test. And we're going to create a new person. Go Jane Test, also an adult, female. No reason to put in any of that other information because we'll put Johnny's name on the tag. And then the son's name is, of course, Junior. And he also doesn't show up in the system, but we always search for him first to make sure, because maybe he came with his friend. For Junior, we have to make sure to put in his birthday, which of course is 01/01/2022, which makes him 3 years old. He is in pre-K. We don't need a school, but we do need to know that he's allergic to peanuts. So make sure to put that information in there. You'll get that off of the information sheet here. It's got a spot for allergies or other comments. Maybe he's also autistic, and the parents want to make sure that the teachers know that, and this will print on his name tag. Don't need to add in email, phone number, anything like that. So then once we're all done with all of these, then we're going to hit save. And then we'll be able to check him in just like everybody else. You can see the system already assigns him to pre-K, age 2 to 5. We'll hit check in. And of course the printer isn't working again. One other important thing that I want you guys to know about Kids Check-In has to do with the security labels. Now these are important, especially as we get bigger and we lose that personal touch that we have right now, where we know most of the parents and can identify them. But the more new people we get, the harder it's going to be. And so these security tags help us because it puts a number there that the parent has to have a security tag in order to be able to pick up the kid. Now, the system will reprint labels. If somebody loses their name tag, it will reprint that, but it won't reprint a security tag. The only way to reprint a security tag is to have somebody checked in again, which assigns them a new security code. This is to prevent one parent from picking the kid up, or somebody else in the family from picking the kid up, and the parent that's in service doesn't know that their child was picked up. This is important. This is definitely a safety feature. And if that happens, you want to make sure to tell whoever's doing security or one of the teachers to let them know that you had to reprint one of the security tags, and you want to make sure that the kid gets the new name tag with the correct security label on it. So make sure you follow those steps, and then everything is good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and thank you for volunteering. Kids Check-In is an important role here because we're keeping kids safe and we're collecting information so that we can follow up with parents later. One of the things that I didn't touch on yet is how important it is that parents have a great first impression, that they have a great time when they come to check in. For them, this is going to be the hardest it ever is to get their kids into kids ministry. After they go through this process, they'll go over to self-check-in. Everything is a breeze, but this first time is a great opportunity for you to be able to connect with them. Make some small talk to them about their kids, get to know them a little bit, help them to feel at ease when they check their kids in, and that's going to make them want to come back. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you have any questions, let me know. God bless.